Well, severe drought is threatening Somalian herders and killing their animals. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization went to some of the hardest hit areas in Somalia's Puntland region, joining Somali veterinarians in an effort to save livestock. Neha Wadika reports from Khador, Somalia.
A team of veterinarians shows Ali Yusuf how to check his goats for parasites and give them injections. Severe drought has made this land dry and barren, and Yusuf's animals are dying from disease and starvation. Of the 700 goats he started with, only 200 remain.
My family does not have enough to eat. I left them some supplies, but I am told now that they have run out, and there is nothing to send them from here.
Like Yusuf, many pastoralists are herding their animals for miles to places with reported rainfall, searching for water and pasture. Humanitarian organizations have started emergency services, including water delivery and mobile veterinary clinics, to save the remaining animals. The teams sometimes travel for hours to reach pastoralists in need. Dr. Khalid Saeed oversees Somalia's livestock sector for the UN Food and Agriculture Organization.
In the first round, we are treating around 8 million animals for entire Somalia against a number of diseases such as inborn ectoparasites, respiratory diseases, blood parasites, and wounds. Again, the second round will start immediately after 4 weeks to treat another additional 12 million animals, so the total will be around 20.25 million animals to be treated. With this, I think we can support the pastoralists and we can improve the health of the animals and the production while we are waiting for the rains.
With no grass to eat, some goats have gotten sick eating trash or plants like cactus that are not part of their normal diet. The vets give them vitamin supplements for malnutrition. 20-year-old veterinarian Jamila Muhammad Ali is vaccinating these goats to prevent them from catching infections.
And the Somali people is dependent on the animals. If there is animals, there is no life in Somalia.
With no rain in sight, pastoralists like Yusuf are left to wait and pray as aid organizations race to prevent famine. Neha Wadika for VOA News, Cardo, Somalia.
West Africa's Gulf of Guinea is plagued by piracy and drug trafficking. Oil, cocoa, and metal exports destined for world markets are constantly under threat during transport as regional governments work to improve security on the waters. Take a look.
Special forces from Côte d'Ivoire closing on a Colombian vessel suspected to be smuggling drugs from South America. They are part of the crew from the Ivorian naval patroller Le Bouclier, which has been hunting the traffickers for several hours in West Africa's Gulf of Guinea. Kitted out in tactical gear and brand new compact assault rifles designed especially for close quarters combat, they soon arrest the smugglers. However, the hot pursuit is in reality a training run, part of a US-sponsored Africa Command AFRICOM exercise meant to mirror the reality of the Gulf of Guinea, where maritime criminals smuggle drugs, hijack vessels, illegally fish, and sell stolen oil from Nigeria. A decline in Somali piracy and the Indian Ocean and Gulf of Aden left the Gulf of Guinea as the world's center for attacks at sea. More than half of all maritime kidnapping victims in 2016 were captured off West Africa, according to International Maritime Bureau statistics.
Our crew members will have the opportunity, occasion to work with other members, to know how they work and to improve the way of working. So I think we would like every day to be confronted to situation by training, in order to get ready for a real situation.
West African nations may be losing up to $1.3 billion each year to illegal fishing, and Nigeria's Navy confiscated 420 billion naira worth of stolen crude oil and illegally refined diesel last year alone. But regional efforts to boost naval capacity, cross-border cooperation and training may finally be bringing some order to the chaos.
I think that the different bordering countries of the Gulf of Guinea are working in this direction. they want to work together. They want to tackle the transnational threats together. They have the volunteer, they have the will to tackle these different threats, and this is what the most important.
AFRICOM has sponsored an annual naval exercise in West Africa called Obangame Express since 2010. The most recent edition, held last week, saw the participation of 20 African nations.
The capacities have certainly increased over the past 10 years, but at different speeds. Some countries have started from practically zero and have developed some basic capabilities, like Cote d'Ivoire, for instance. Ghana has made good progress in terms of establishing a meaningful coast guard.
The Gulf of Guinea region is a stretch of West Africa's coast spanning more than a dozen countries and is a growing source of oil, cocoa and metals for world markets.
It's time now for a short break. Before we go, a reminder to visit our website, channelstv.com, for the latest information around the clock. You can also find us on youtube.com/channelsweb. Still to come, President Donald Trump's revised travel ban affects 3 African countries, and that concerns some U.S. residents who still have family back home in Africa. We'll hear what the executive order might mean for them after this short break.